What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 180 of the Clever and Original Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kayley Misialek. Alongside me, the man with a plan, Jayden Reinhart.
Yo, what's going on? I'm here. I don't have beer. I was going to follow it up with beer because that rhymes, but I don't have beer.
Queer.
You could say that. I said that once.
Yeah.
I did say that.
I think Luke made something of that.
Fun fact, my name rhymes with the word gay.
Well, yeah, it's
so a
Jay.
lot of people like to make
that was like in middle school.
Yeah, that was like
to this day. Except now people follow it up with, "Oh, that joke's so original," but they still do it. It's no longer like, I don't know. It doesn't like upset me, but it's also not funny, you know. Like when someone tells you that why the chicken crossed the road joke for like the 19th time, it's like I'm just not.
I don't think any of those have been funny.
No.
Ever.
Right,
well, how the chicken crossed the road.
Now.
Yeah, I don't think any of them have been fun. Well, maybe a few have.
JJ Larson.
That's why the chicken crossed the road. I
guess
JJ I eat a lot of those. So
chicken.
I don't think the chicken wants to come over.
Fuck,
were you chasing it down?
We need to get out of here. This JJ guy, he's just gonna like eat all of us.
Well,
like fuck.
I can probably run faster than the chicken. So
or maybe
you're watch the fuck out.
Maybe you're befriending the chicken. Maybe you're on the other side. You're like, "Come here, chicken." And
I guess I could have a chicken.
Luring him into a false sense of security.
But I guess if I made it friends with the chicken, I probably wouldn't eat chicken anymore. So
no, but you're just trying to lure it.
Yeah, but then I'd probably
so
actually start to like the chicken.
Is this like one of those movies where like you're like an evil guy, but then you and the chicken start chilling, and you and the chicken become best friends?
And that's how it goes.
And the chicken saves you one day when you throw it at a guy and they get like ravaged by a ton of chickens, like from Zelda.
Yeah.
I suppose that would work.
That'd be interesting.
Let's see that movie happen. Go ahead, Pixar. You can take that one for free. It's all yours.
Pixar can do whatever they want.
They pretty much make great animated films every time.
Yeah.
So if you haven't listened to us before, we are the Clever and Original Podcast. We talk about comic book, movie type stuff, video game type stuff, particularly in that order. So let's get on with the news, shall we?
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu is getting a sequel.
Well, it better be good then. Otherwise.
Coming from the writer behind 22 Jump Street.
I haven't seen that movie. Has anyone seen that movie?
It's the sequel to 21 Jump Street.
I've heard 21 Jump Street's good. Right?
Yeah, 21 Jump Street's good.
I've heard people talk about it at the very least.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with it.
Memorable in some way.
Although it is interesting because Detective Pikachu isn't out yet. So they must be really confident in the fact that it will succeed.
Yeah, that is a lot of eggs in a single basket. Like if Detective Pikachu comes out and people don't like it, that's a lot of money that's going nowhere. Unless they plan on further putting money in the project.
Pokemon's like a major property, right?
Yeah. It's a pretty safe bet that anything with Pokemon will sell.
Yeah, people will go.
Yeah. Sure. Hey, how did Let's Go do, though? Because that's not like a main title, right? Pokemon
I think
Let's
it did
Go.
pretty well.
It did all right. I heard about it. So.
Yeah.
I suppose like a C is like the lowest grade a Pokemon game could get.
Mm-hmm. None of them have been bad.
You know, I like digression, but like if that's the lowest grade a Pokemon game can get,
then that would be the worst. That'd be bad.
That's like that's like
contextually it would be bad.
Yeah, well, like it's also like can a Pokemon game ever get to like an F? Or like a 0 or like a 1 out of 5 or something.
I mean, if it's terrible.
If Bethesda made it.
No, if Bethesda made it, it'd be like a solid 60. It would just be like you'd play it and you'd feel nothing. But you just keep playing it for some reason. You're not entirely sure why.
Game of the year.
Fallout 4, Game of the Year. That's a joke.
Don't you hear? You just have to be successful with previous games to now have all your games be successful.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
That's
one good hit and people will love you forever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah, Pokemon.
Pokemon. Most of the Pokemon games are actually pretty good.
Yeah,
but I feel like just because of the title, people are gonna hold it in a higher light. So there's no way Detective Pikachu is gonna sell bad.
I mean, you could do like, well, like, I mean, look at Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon Go obviously just shows like how fucking big Pokemon is.
Pokemon's
like,
fucking huge.
And like, and you just put that into like a movie that's like interesting and different and like not a kids show. You know, I think people are gonna go see that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, I just lost my train of thought. I had a train of thought, and it took off.
Is thought really a train?
Off the rails.
Is thought a train is the real
Crash.
question. Or is it more of a swirl?
Red Dead Redemption 2, but everyone's a Pokemon.
That'd be
thought
cool.
like a brain activating.
Like a battery?
I don't know.
Do you think Arthur
I don't understand how the human body works. Like, I have these appendages.
It's just a nervous
and
system.
They just do things
signals.
that like
your brain
without
tells
thinking. You know?
I mean, you are thinking.
Well, like, I'm thinking, right?
But it's a different
like,
kind of thinking. It's not like the other. Yeah.
Do you know what the coolest part of the human body is? The fact that we breathe and eat out of the same tube. I think that's really cool that we can just die.
Well,
by
I mean,
doing
we
a task
also
that's
breathe out of
necessary
a thing that we don't eat. With.
Yeah, but if that gets blocked,
you're fucked.
You die.
Yeah.
It's still like an intersection that should not exist.
Well, like
we also
I
like.
guess that's like evolution, right?
I mean, it works.
Yeah,
but
it functions.
It's
but
like
it's not.
Could be done.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's not not necessarily the best. It's just not the worst.
Well, it's the one that worked.
Like Pokemon.
It's just the one that didn't get killed off.
Yeah, it just worked, and then here we are today.
But yeah, I feel like even if Detective Pikachu is like really, really bad, it'll still sell a ton of copies. Yeah. At the very least, like parents will buy it for their kids because they see Pokemon in the name, you know?
Sure, but like, I mean, you look at things like things with name recognition do poorly. Like, okay, I can't say DC films.
They still make a ton of money. They still make a shit ton of money, even if they're terrible.
Yeah,
they still make.
I mean, Fallout. Bethesda's making a shit ton of money.
Did people actually buy Fallout 76?
Oh yeah,
like did a lot of
There's
people?
a ton of people that bought it. I don't know what the sales are exactly
because it's a Fallout game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it didn't even.
That's how people buy games now.
Yeah,
based off of the very first of the series. And there's like series that shouldn't even exist. Like, do you remember the film Benchwarmers?
Yeah.
Is there a game
it's like a silly comedy or whatever. No, this is Benchwarmers 2 with completely different actors. Why? No one wants to see that. There wasn't anything else to say.
Well, like Benchwarmers wasn't even like a good enough film to get a sequel.
Why does everything have to have a fucking sequel?
Because people will only go to things that they know of prior to entering the experience of entertainment.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, even
easier.
like a fucking phenomenal game like Celeste, like it obviously hadn't sold well as 76. Even in comparison, Celeste is a way better game than 76. It doesn't have the same name recognition and like advertising that 76 has, which is a shame, but that's just how the world works.
That is how the world works.
In summary, Detective Pikachu is going to get a 99 on Metascore or even a perfect score, whether or not it's actually good.
I don't know. It could probably.
I guarantee it will not be below 85.
If it's good, yeah, it probably won't be.
It
looks good, so I don't think... Yeah.
That is your man with the plan guarantee.
Guarantee. You do guarantees?
To everyone who's watching, all 5 people who are watching.
Interesting. This guarantee.
I'm writing it down.
Do you have a...
I'm writing it down.
Do you have a stamp?
You
should get a stamp made. You know,
85% plus.
On Rotten Tomatoes?
I'll do Rotten Tomatoes / Metacritic.
Yeah. Cool.
It'll probably be the same. There's no like you'll notice with games like one person will rate a game like at like a 70 and they're all 70.
Guys, Rotten Tomatoes is like the be all end all of what's a good movie.
Is it?
I mean, things I have problems with that website.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously that's like I'm being sarcastic, right? But like, I think the thing is like people actually believe that.
Yeah, because it's easier than like doing anything.
Than thinking.
Than like doing anything.
Well, it's also like, it's what people use because it's what people use, you know?
True.
It's pretty self-feeding, just like Steam. Like, there's already like a foundation for like review boards and help sections in Discuss. Like, it's well founded.
It's like the kind of like the first thing, so the one that becomes popular, like YouTube, right? There's other things that do like video stuff.
Yeah, they had a competitor. I can't remember what they're called.
There's
just goes to show how well they did.
Not Vimeo. There's Daily Motion. You know, other things like that. But nobody fucking uses them. Everyone's just like YouTube that.
YouTube is like the Kleenex or Band-Aid of its brand.
Right. Yeah, and that's the same thing with
YouTube.
With what were we talking about? Rotten Tomatoes.
Which will give Detective Pikachu an 85% or
So
higher.
clearly I know what I'm talking about because I just forgot exactly.
RT Rotten Tomatoes or Russia Today. Ooh.
Also, update. Just so you
the
all know,
Russians, they're controlling the film scores.
I wrote it down. I don't know what that's... Oh, that is right.
Can you see that?
I don't know. Yeah. You might not be able to see it, but you can kind of see the circle.
Seeing is believing.
I wrote what I said down.
Reinhart.
And I'm going to come back to this, hopefully, if I remember to come back to this. Otherwise, you're listening to that episode right now in the future, and you're like, what the hell, Jay? You totally fucking forgot that you even called an 85%, and you were right, The future's a mystery.
Nobody knows. It is a mystery. Everything's a mystery.
The future holds that which we seek but cannot find.
Okay.
I don't know.
Moving on. The Super Bowl happened today.
It did.
Avengers Endgame had a TV spot.
Yeah.
Showcased the Avengers and what looked like the world after the fact of the snap.
That is what it looked like.
It had like a long bit where Captain America's staring at that poster.
Yeah.
Of I think it was for...
It was like a newspaper article.
I think it was for like Army.
Oh.
Like an Army poster.
Yeah, it was like...
I can't remember exactly what it said, but like the people that we lost or something. It was supposed to be for that. Yeah. But also it reflects like the whole plot of the movie. Which actually is really good because he was in the Army. That's
right. Yeah. No, I think that was the point.
Yeah.
Also, it's interesting to see like everyone. He mentions like everyone moves on, but we don't. I'm wondering if that means this is like further in the future than like right after the snap.
Probably, I would think so.
Well, let's see when they're walking down the hall.
Like a serious amount of time if like people are moving on.
Yeah.
I would guess years. I would think maybe a couple.
At least a year, probably. Yeah.
If I had to guess how this one's gonna start, the movie's gonna open up with like a brief summary of what happened, like just the fight where Thanos snaps, just to like this is where we were, and then it'll be like 15 years in the future.
I mean, do they need to do
Captain
that?
America will be like rubbing his shield or something.
I mean, maybe
not exactly.
They don't need to, but that just feels like the movie thing to do.
Right, but like the thing is, like, I don't know, people are going to like watch these movies back to back, like throughout history probably, and so like, and also it just happened last year.
True.
And so like, and you expect people are going to watch it before they see Endgame, and Marvel's had so many people watch their films that they probably don't need to.
Well, I don't imagine it being like, I don't know if you've seen the Pokemon animated series where they're like, last time on Pokemon.
Last time on this episode.
Yeah, and they like cut together like 3 seconds of like 8 different scenes.
8 different things.
Yeah, to like give you a real quick... I don't think it'd be that. I think it would just be like maybe Thor coming down and then Thanos snapping and then people dying and that would be it, Like it would show that like part where like it pans over New York and people are dying.
It's just like a montage of Thanos snapping to like some like jazz beat.
Yeah, no, it opens up on jazz music and it's just Thanos
just snapping with it.
And then you notice the instruments are slowly decreasing in the jazz music as he snaps.
Yeah.
Gotta get that. Half of the entire universe gone. Doo-doo dot bop bot scat.
That'd be amazing. Or no, Thanos opens up with a beat poem that summarizes the last episode.
Damn.
and then everyone snaps at the end of it, and it's really ironic.
That'd be all right. I suppose.
My name is Thanos. You probably remember me from last time. But if you don't know, I went on a journey searching for the Infinity Stones, found a gauntlet, killed my daughter, wiped out half the universe.
No, I wanted them to do the "You're probably wondering how I got here."
Yeah.
Thanos is like, "You're probably wondering how I got here." Is Captain America's about to like bash his skull in or something? Well, it all started.
I just did a snap of my fingers, and half of the universe disappeared.
Do you know who could beat Thanos single-handedly? Dr. Manhattan.
Could he though?
I think he could. Who has that been discussed? Who would win?
Who would win? Between who?
Dr. Manhattan and Thanos?
Probably Dr. M.
Because he can do anything, right?
Basically.
Well, so can Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet.
I suppose, but it's like I don't even know if you. I guess if we're just going by DC whatever shit, like almost nothing could. Well, in like the multiverse stuff, like no one could actually do anything to him.
Well, but Dr. Manhattan also like doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
So he'd probably just let the universe die.
He doesn't care about.
Yeah,
like, he cares at the end of the story.
Yeah.
Then he cares, but then he like leaves, you know.
Mm.
So,
yeah.
Because he cares. He wants to go do other things.
Bigger things.
And he created.
It's gonna go help Zeus out in Mount Olympus.
Oh, that'd be kind of
gonna kill Hades.
It'd be pretty easy.
Kill James Woods.
That who plays Hades?
Yeah, in the Disney version of Hercules.
I thought that was the guy who played golf. No,
he played what?
That's Tiger Woods. Never mind. He's that guy in Winnie the Pooh, right? No, that's Tigger. I fucking hate that.
Tigger.
It's great.
So I guess I found this thing that was like there was a big lawsuit over like a person in the Tigger costume at like Disney World, like I guess sexually assaulting some or like touching some kid or whatever. Anyway, I think the guy got cleared, but anyway, the lawyer who worked on that came up again with another lawsuit with a guy in a Tigger costume at Disney World for punching a kid. And it's on video too. Like you can find it on like YouTube or whatever.
Does he like reel back for it?
He like boom, like kind of like a side swipe.
Why did he punch the kid?
The lawyer said that it was like, you know, he got pulled on the back of the suit and was like choking for air or whatever, and so it was like a response to like dying.
Well, yeah, I mean, and those
suffocating.
Okay, yeah,
those suits are pretty restrictive.
And like the reason he knew was because of the earlier case, but
like you can sometimes see out of the mouth. Sometimes they have like those see-through eyes,
but
your vision's like fucking nothing. You might not even know it was a kid. You probably thought it was just an adult who's fucking with him. Smacking a dude in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it, Tigger. Fucking beat the shit out of those kids. Just kidding, don't do that. That's bad.
So
Kill
Tigger, a criminal
mastermind, Tigger.
They're gonna put him in the 100-acre
child.
jail.
Yeah, the 100-acre jail.
The 100-acre jail.
100 acre.
100 acre.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Gopher's like the. That's what's underground. He manages a jail.
Yeah.
I could see it, I suppose.
And when there's an episode of Winnie the Pooh where Tigger's
like,
not there.
Is like he like high on something? Like honey or something?
Probably.
I think Gopher just like overlooks it. Even though Gopher's like the police for sure,
right,
you know?
Yeah. He's just like, I like you.
Yeah.
But Tigger though, fuck that guy.
Yeah, put him in jail. He's bouncing around all the time.
Punching kids. You know.
God damn it,
Doing crimes.
Meanwhile, Winnie the Pooh's doing lines of honey. I imagine that's how it would be done.
That'd be... You wouldn't... It's honey. You can't snort honey.
He's a Pooh Bear. What do you
Yeah. And you know what else they can't do? They can't talk.
Yeah.
And they can't. But man, are you sure like they're not on something?
Wait,
because like if they could.
So
no, I don't know.
What's the Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Because of Breaking Bad, I'm pretty. Don't you like with meth? You heat it up in a spoon, right? So you can do that.
Sure, like
it?
that's
Yeah,
like
you heat it up in a spoon and then you inject
heroin.
it or something. That's
No,
heroin?
That's heroin.
Okay, that must have been in an episode.
Yeah,
I remember
you
seeing that in
smoked
Breaking Bad. You smoke meth?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm saying honey could be like heroin then, right?
I've
Heat it up in a spoon,
the
maybe
show
honey would
Intervention.
liquefy.
A lot of the show Intervention. It's done.
Winnie the Pooh like ties off his arm and injects
guess.
honey.
Oh, that would probably like hurt.
That's
you.
why he's yellow.
What the
He used to be a brown bear. Obviously not anymore. It's for the honey.
Why does he have to be a brown bear? Why can't
He'd be a polar. There's no way there'd be a polar bear
in the 100-acre
Well,
woods.
yeah. We're
hey, well, like he's like
He could be a black bear.
I mean, he's
yeah.
He's
He's
a
not
yellow.
huge, so
like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
he's a brown bear. Then he's like a tiny ass.
Not all teddy bears are brown bears.
Like there's pink teddy bears.
I was at Walmart. Yeah, I saw a pink teddy bear. I was gonna say, yeah, there's a big old pink teddy bear on the shelf.
But like analogous
sale.
to like a real bear. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm.
A
trying.
real bear.
It would definitely be a brown bear or a black bear.
Ever seen those fuckers eat fish?
No.
Messed up.
Once or twice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say sometimes.
Sometimes. Sometimes I'm
Sometimes I've seen it.
It's a hobby of yours.
Kaylee's chilling in the woods, like camouflage into a tree.
Watching wild poos snorting lines of honey.
Horrific.
So Avengers, Rocket Raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
They're I guess they just call him Rocket. They don't call him Rocket Raccoon in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's there. He's like the only person like from space. I guess unless you count
Nebula's
Thor.
there.
Nebula,
No,
yeah.
Nebula's not with the Avengers. She's
Oh,
with,
right. She's with Tony
Tony
Stark.
Stark in
well,
space on
Well, yeah. Okay.
on Titan.
She's still alive, though.
Yeah. She's
I would.
still doing
Yeah, she
Nebula
is.
shit.
Other than
she
her-
didn't snap die.
No. It's just her and Tony Stark. But for the space crew, it's just Nebula and Rocket, right?
Tony. Rocket's on Earth.
No, I mean like space, like from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Thor.
It'll be cool
But Thor
because
isn't Guardian.
it's always been kind of a joke that Rocket Raccoon's always like buddy and almost kind of depending on Groot to like help him out because
Yeah.
Groot's like the strength, It'll be cool to see
Yeah.
Rocket like doing a bunch of stuff on his own.
Yeah. It'll be
That'd be
interesting
good.
to see how like the Avengers interact with Rocket
Yeah, right.
because like he's an not anthropomorphic, but he's like a talking like in their minds raccoon.
Yeah.
So
Well, I guess
that'll be-
Well, anthropomorphic means like
Would be like
looks like a human. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I
So
stopped
he's just
myself.
a talking raccoon. Well, he's a talking alien actually,
Right,
but
it's so weird.
looks conveniently like a raccoon.
especially because these people have never seen something like that before. But yeah, interesting stuff. Also, Captain Marvel came out with a new trailer or thing, and I mean it was kind of just stuff we'd already seen.
Yeah.
So not really gonna go over that.
Mhm.
Moving on, that does it for movie type stuff. Video games.
Movies are
Apple
canceled.
is reportedly planning a gaming subscription service.
I wonder if it's going to be full of terrible mobile games.
Reported by
Or
Cheddar.
good mobile games.
Apple began discussing the service with game developers in the second half of 2018. No information about cost or anything like that at this point. But, and Apple has also discussed the possibility of becoming a publisher. So, thoughts on Apple having a subscription service for games and possibly becoming a publisher?
I wonder, like, if it's just for, like, mobile games. Like, what? I'm just kind of curious what it's for.
I think it's for, like, console or PC games, or I guess Mac games.
This idea is getting very oversaturated.
Well, I mean, everyone's gonna have a sub.
Eventually,
has a
like
sub.
there'll be like a
Microsoft
million
has a
like Netflix game
Sony will have
sub
a sub.
things until it drops down to like 2 or 3.
Well,
there will definitely be victors in this war.
I mean, we're seeing this with like movie subscription or streaming things.
Yeah,
because like you got like Netflix, you got Hulu, now you got Amazon Prime, now you're getting Disney Plus. CBS is doing their own thing, and so it's just like.
Well, yeah, but now with video games, you got Discord, you got Microsoft, you got Humble Bundle has their own subscription service, and you got Apple,
EA,
and it's always the same deal too, right? Like $5 to $12 a month, and you get like a couple free games a month, which is cool. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying like if this gets too oversaturated, no one's gonna like drop $80 to get a bunch of free games.
Well, yeah, people
they're gonna pick their favorites.
Yeah, they'll do whatever one they actually want.
Yeah, and then they'll assuredly be a victor. I just think maybe Apple's a little late to the party.
I mean, if anyone can join in the consoles or the gaming space, it's probably Apple.
Yeah,
that has like the money and like the tech. No, they have the technology.
They do.
I mean, every computer they sell costs like a year at college. Like fucking.
Some of them do. You can make more than that.
It's ridiculous.
Half a year, a lot of them.
Yeah,
but you can make like a MacBook Pro that costs like. If you choose all the options, you could make one that's like 4,000 something.
Fucking Christ!
Wow.
Who just has 4K to drop on a computer?
I mean, kids.
Yeah.
Probably people who eat out far less than I do.
Large businesses.
Yeah.
But why would a large business spend that much money on an individual computer?
Depends on what kind of work.
If it's like a small startup that's really successful, like 3 or 4 people work in there.
I get maybe.
Depends on what kind of If it's just like random office bitch, they're gonna throw you some terrible Dell like desktop.
Yeah.
Or just some terrible laptop.
Yeah.
Like the ones at Amazon.
I mean, that's really all you need, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean they did what we needed them to do. That they weren't good computers. They typed. They accessed the internet.
That's cool. You could also do those things in the 90s.
Yeah, but these are faster with better programs and
like half the size.
All right, but yeah. I mean,
it'll be cool to see what they're doing. I guess I'll keep my eye open for them. Sure, I'm always down for more competition in a market.
Yeah,
it would be
because then it'll make things harder, and they'll have to do things that benefit us more.
It would be interesting to see them become like a third party company, because like Apple is always the ones that like we create our own hardware and our software only goes on this. Versus like Microsoft is the company that's like we'll make the software and put it on whatever computer or thing we can. And so if they're doing this, like and putting it like on PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo, even PC, that's like out of the realm of what like Apple usually does.
Apple makes a game publishing unit and calls it Orchard.
Yeah. Okay.
Orchard Studios.
They probably just call it Apple.
They probably just call it Apple.
Something.
Yeah.
The name recognition for Apple is very good.
Candy Apple.
Like
Candy Apple, yeah.
I don't know.
Spell it with a K to be like super gamer.
Right.
That'd be dumb.
K for cool.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
K for the Krusty Krab.
Yeah. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza.
The Krusty Krab pizza. Oh, you got an ad playing.
Oh, shit. Fucking ads.
Fuck this thing. Anyway, moving on. Nintendo Switch is the best-selling console of 2018. Which is kind of a shock because the last time Nintendo has done that was the Wii.
Well, and they had like a 8-month like delay like behind everyone else who was making consoles in 2018. You know, the Xbox and the PS4 had been out for a while, and here comes the Switch, just like the last second, just outsells everyone.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
a lot of people already
didn't the
had.
Switch come out in March?
Yeah, March of
2017.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
I was throwing out 8 as a random number.
But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of games for it now. So
yeah, a lot of good games. I mean, it's just interesting because.
Well,
when people think of
and PS4s
that
too,
is
so.
fair. Just usually you see like the big, I would say big two. I guess Nintendo's the part of that. The big three. You see like PlayStation or Xbox leading the way in recent years. But Nintendo coming back strong with the Switch.
I gotta say, I 100% prefer the Switch controller over like any other controller now. Now that I have a Switch.
Like the Joy-Con?
Yeah, like just separately. Like even if it's not a game that utilizes motion controls, I can just, you see as a video, like just like sit back and like my arms are just like at my sides, you know? And it's just super comfortable as opposed to when I'm playing Kingdom Hearts on the Xbox. I have to like lean forward. My hands have to be here.
I don't like that.
Like even if I put a blanket over me,
I do like the Joy-Con thing, but I don't like using the Joy-Cons and
separately that.
Like as long if it's in handheld mode, I'll obviously, that's great.
Yeah.
But like, I would much rather have like the Pro controller for my Switch than.
I still don't have a Pro controller. I have like that piece of like the you slip them in and it's like a controller, whatever you call it.
Yeah,
it's a plastic dealio,
right? But yeah, I mean that comes with anyway. Switch, best-selling console of 2013. 2013 of 2013.
Way to go, Nintendo!
Way to go!
Way ahead of your time. But yeah, I think they deserve it. It's cool.
So it appears as though Marvel and Insomniac Games are starting development on a Spider-Man sequel to the hit exclusive to PS4, Marvel's Spider-Man.
That's not surprising, given how successful it was.
Yeah.
Reviewed well, very popular, sold very well.
Really great story. I liked it. I think I'm the only person who's played it here.
I have not played it.
I have not played it either.
I've played almost nothing.
I've watched people play it though, and it looks pretty fun.
It is.
Looks like it holds pretty true to what I remember from even the earlier Spider-Man games.
Yeah, I think that's like when people were thinking of like this Spider-Man, they're like, how do I remember Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
And then like, can this game bring back that sense of gameplay?
I did hear that there wasn't a very good stealth mechanic.
Yeah, they do that thing that like a lot of PlayStation exclusives do this, and like just story-based games in general, where they like switch perspective to like close behind at an angle of the character, and they're like slow walking or slow moving, and the stealth missions were like that, and they were just hide from X person. You weren't Spider-Man, you were like Mary Jane or Miles Morales, who weren't super powered people. And so it was just like it was there to tell a story, which I kind of get, but at the same time it was just really boring.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. People want the action though.
Right.
But that part of it was good from what I hear.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty sweet.
So yeah, Spider-Man sequel in development.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's getting a bunch of DLC still. I'm curious to see if they expand the Marvel Games universe, because they did mention that they want Spider-Man to be like the Iron Man of the games. So
like looking at it now, like taking a step back and looking at the big picture, like it kind of seems that video games are like in fucking turbo mode nowadays when you think about it, right? Because the game comes out, it's out for a little while, they start working on DLC, but if it's successful, they immediately start making a sequel.
Because you have to.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you got games that get like a game
a
year, and it's so fast.
Shit coming out.
It's nuts.
Well, like it takes a lot of time to make a game, right? Like at least 2 years, and like you want to get a sequel out, pretty quickly, like within 2 or 3 years, because otherwise people lose interest. And so
that makes sense.
Also, people like it's the same thing with like movies. Like franchises do better because they have name recognition.
It's just real fast. So
Yeah,
not a bad thing, but
that's why Activision only does Call of Duty games with 3 different studios making.
So they can put out one every year.
Yep. So that does it for the news this week. Yeah. Let's get on to some juice. Kingdom Hearts 3 came out this week. Jay's got it on the Xbox One. I got it on the PS4, and JJ doesn't have it.
No. I'll probably get... I have never beat Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2. I've played both of them. I've never finished either.
So I want to start out by saying to you and to anyone else listening, if you buy Kingdom Hearts 3 and you haven't played the other games, they do have 5 books on the title menu that explains what happens in all the other games.
Okay, I'll just
so you don't have to play all of them.
Because I was trying to play the first one, and there was a part I got to, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is a
Was it Alice in Wonderland? That was fucking confusing.
I was like, this is...
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 have like the worst beginnings possible. Like they're slow, and then like... they're really confusing if you if you've never played them before, so that really sucks for Kingdom Hearts 1. And so it's like, you're going through this and it's just like really annoying. It's like for the story, because like the beginning parts are like really plot driven for like, and like they have good payoffs at the end, but it makes it hard to get into the games.
Yeah.
At first.
Well, there's a lot of stuff like Recoded, Dream Drop Distance, like games like that people haven't purchased because it's on a system they don't have. Right.
Like, I mean, they did so many dumb spin-offs in between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 that Kingdom Hearts 3 is like the 10th or like 13th game in the series.
Yeah, the naming conventions are pretty messed up. And they actually make fun of that in the opening, too.
Yeah, with the
Kingdom Hearts 2.9.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Because they did the 1.5 and 2.5 and 2.8, like remakes of the old games or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's interesting, really good. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 doesn't have that problem. You get right into it, which is great. You can skip the tutorial if you've played it before, like I have, if you know what you're doing. So you don't have to like be forced to like you are in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. But yeah, I mean, really cool. I'm not that far into it. I'm only on like the 2nd or 3rd world.
Yeah. I think the story, so I watched the story full and complete, explained by one guy, I can't remember his name, on YouTube, and then I watched it again by another guy on YouTube, and then I watched it again in game in the full 5 books, and now I kind of know what's going on.
Oh, so this is like kind of funny thinking about it.
Yeah.
But if you watch Video Game Donkey, he has this Kingdom Hearts explain thing, and like he changes things to make it more funny, but like it's a really like accurate description of the story. Like it's like surprisingly accurate for like how much he like changes and everything, and it's just like you can like really get like, I mean, he cuts it off, you know, before it like explains the whole thing, but like it's a pretty good like detail of the actual story, which is really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, story aside too, though, this game definitely has. Well, yeah, I can tell. I played a little bit of Dream Drop Distance. I played a little bit of the other Kingdom Hearts games too, the main system ones, and knowing how their combat system works, it's kind of cool seeing that they put a little bit of each game into this one, like because they got like the free form where you're jumping off walls and stuff. They hint at the pets from Dream Drop Distance that you had.
Right.
They have like they take a lot of those aspects and put them in this combat, which I think is real cool, and it's very like flowy.
Right. And there is a command thing with, like from Breath by Sleep with the, I don't know, like the park rides.
Yeah, yeah. You saw like the carousel and the...
Right, yeah. So yeah, I really did like that too. Yeah, it flows a lot better. It feels like a Kingdom Hearts game. Really cool. Got a bunch of new Disney worlds, which is like the reason you get a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah.
That and the gameplay. You know, going into all your favorite Disney movies and messing around.
Yeah, well, and the game definitely like babies you too when you're playing through, like to let you know like where the plot's going, but it's almost necessary. Like playing to where I'm at right now, I'm about to go to Arendelle, which is Frozen.
Yep.
Yeah. I already did Monstropolis, which is Monster Inc. And it's starting to like get to be too much, but before now, like I had no idea what was going on, and so it was helpful for like Donald and Goofy to be like, "Yo, this is what's going down." It's like, oh. Okay.
Also, it's really interesting. They got most of the original voice actors. To reprise their roles in the game.
I was real sad to see they didn't get. He's in Always Sunny in Philadelphia too. He does the voice of.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, they didn't get Danny DeVito to do the. I can't remember the guy's name.
Phil,
the satire. Satyr. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
The satire.
Yeah, but they got like James
Woods. Yeah.
To do Hades again. They got the people from Frozen to reprise their roles. You know, like that's really cool, I think. And they really put like a lot of effort into like keeping true to like the worlds of Disney and like keeping it like in line with everything else like you've seen from movies or whatever, which is weird considering all the other stuff that doesn't make sense, like all these like chain like things that are on like a bunch of the new characters, like the specifically Kingdom Hearts characters' clothing and everything.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting. Like it's something like you don't think of like would ever happen.
But yeah,
Kingdom Hearts, awesome. I really like it. I think the other games still hold up for the most part. There, I mean, there are a few things.
All things considered.
1 and 2 hold up more so than like the mobile game, the handheld games.
Well, I know too. Apparently, the developer wanted to just put them all in one system.
Yeah,
and then Square Enix was like, "No, we got to do a whole bunch of systems. The PSP, DS."
Yeah, well, now they are all on one system. You can get them all on PS4 with. There's a final collection that they released on PS4, which has all the previous games. And then now you can get Kingdom Hearts 3 on PS4 as well. So now you can have all of them in one place.
Yeah, which is cool. I kind of wish they did that from the beginning. But
although you can't, there are some games that they just turned into like movies instead of like the actual games. So
yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, really cool. I'm excited to play more. I've only played 1 day of it. Been busy with other things.
Not a full day, I hope. 24 hours.
No, not 24 hours.
No sleep.
Speaking of which, I got no sleep today.
Yeah.
Or last night. I got like 4 hours. No.
Well, that's not good.
I went to bed at 9:30.
Yeah.
A.m.
Oh.
I woke up at 5.
So I'm gonna go get some sleep. That does it for us on this episode of Jay, if people want to find you on the social media sphere, where can they do that?
If you want to come find me when I'm not taking my nappies, come find me on Twitter at Jayden Reinhart.
And JJ, where can people find you?
On Twitter, Jay Larson.
And you can find me at Kayley Misialek on Twitter. You can find us all at Clever_Original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to us each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll catch you next week on episode 181.
Yeah.